Hello, hello, and Merry Christmas. We're doing this last one on Christmas Day, and it's Die Hard Christmas and
Die Hard 3 or
Die Hard
Die Hard
with a
with a
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
And yippee-ki-yay, eggs and bakey. I
Yep.
can't, or steaks and eggies, or Mr. Falcon, or whatever else they want to autocorrect a rated R movie. I still don't know why the fuck they like. If you're not going to show it in its entirety, don't fucking show the movie. I get really annoyed by that as a whole. It's like fuck, I know some movies get syndication because of it, but like, yeah, fuck no, it's just not worth it. But anyway, this one, and I think this one splits us a little bit because we both have kind of different opinions on this movie. And
Uh,
so, what were your thoughts on this one?
oh, I thought it was just fun. I love all the first three Die Hard movies almost equally. I mean, the first one's always going to be the best, but the other two are like close second and thirds. It's just a
I kind
cool.
of
The character's just so cool. I think he saves all the movies, no matter what ridiculousness you find in them. And unfortunately, they he couldn't save 4 and 5.
well, yeah, Bruce Willis is a great everyman action hero. He will went weeb a little bit.
Oh
Um,
no! It's not because of Bruce Willis. I mean, yeah, he's a fine actor and all, but I am not one of those who likes everything he's in. I mean, uh,
no. But I'm saying that he's the perfect everyman action hero,
oh
and yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He's that perfect blend. A good example is the a cult classic now, The Fifth Element. That cult classic is been, that's something that a lot of people, see him in, and he's like, yeah, he's great at playing these everyman roles. And this is not a good movie for me. I feel like this is where we see this. I make the joke. This is where I see the end times for me. This is like I see the clouds ahead for me. Like you say, this is these are all equally good. I'm a little on the fence with this one. And that's kind of why I said this kind of tears me up a little. This is a little tear between both of us here. I think this one is not only not as good, but Die Hard 1 and 2, as much as they're kind of when it comes to 2, two's kind of that over the top super cheese. I think this plateaued. But what did you think overall? What did you think of the music for Die Hard? For Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance?
I like that opening song.
Yeah.
Hot down, summer in the city, back of my neck and dirty and gritty.
Yeah, and it wasn't a Christmas movie until it wasn't a Christmas movie, and that also kind of bothered me a little bit. But anyway, this this had interesting song, and I know how you said in the last review, you're like, well, they don't really have their own theme songs, like their own things. Actually, this does have one. The ants go marching in.
Oh, I that did not stick
They
with me.
play that.
So,
Yeah. They play it all throughout the freaking movie. Da-dun, 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 da-da, da-da. When all the bad guys are doing stuff, that's what you hear. Da-da-da, da-da, 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 da-da. And at the end of the movie, they play that.
oh yeah. Now that you
Yeah,
mention it, I
yeah,
mean,
they have their own little thing.
in between that there is the familiar stuff from the first two movies. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like story
Uh,
wise,
now
this
let's
one,
get to the story later. Let's move to let's get to the story. It's the last one. We'll go to the story.
okay.
Now let's move on to effects. What did you think of this one for effects? What did you think of that stupid explosion shit? I don't know if that's real or not, but like that seemed so full of shit. It's not even funny. The two liquid thing, the liquid bomb.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't stop to think about that. I just thought I like the effects in these movies. I mean, it's
And this one had some bigger stunts too. Like there's some actual pretty
yeah,
pretty crazy stunts.
yeah, this movie like is more is more exciting. It's more action packed than the first two. It doesn't allow itself to breathe.
Well,
I mean,
okay, I would say Die Hard. I would say Die Hard 2 was way more action packed than this one because this one, like, if you think about that entire movie takes place in a fucking airport and a little bit on the side of an airport. That's pretty fucking crazy how much fucking just like it literally within 5 minutes you're ready to rock. It's just crazy.
that movie is more intense. Like
Yeah,
emotion. There's more tension in that movie, but this
yeah.
one is just more exciting. You know?
I would say this one has way better stunts than any of the other movies because this one like they're driving through freaking Central Park. They're like, by the way, he's breaking so many police like laws and police. It's kind of funny in what he everything he did.
Oh, everything he
Um,
did in this movie, it's like, whoa, what the hell? I mean, remember that opening scene where he had to wear that sign in Harlem? We're not gonna say what's
no,
written
no,
on it,
no,
but
no, no, no.
oh my god, that
That's actually the funny thing is if you think about it in America, you could do that.
you could,
Like
but you're
as
gonna, but what's gonna happen to you?
I know, but you could, in theory, do that. There's actually guys on YouTube that made a living doing that shit. But as a whole, some of the crazy stunts, like there's some really crazy stunts. And some good explosions too.
Oh yeah.
It's it's sort of it's sort of fun that this had some really good ones and really good explosions. I like the fact that they have kids stealing stuff, and so they steal the kids' bikes, which is kind of amusing. Buddy's carrying a bomb around with him. It's just like there's some crazy moments in this. This was a good. This had some good moments, but not perfect. And it had some great effects. That let's move on to the acting. What did you think of the acting from this one? And this is actually where it's the best.
Oh yeah. I
Go
mean,
ahead.
you got Samuel Jackson in there.
Yeah, well, that's not only that. We have like
He adds
we
to any
have
movie that, whether it's a good movie or a bad movie, he always adds something to it. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. And for those fans in there, I don't know what his name is, but that Indian guy's really good in this movie. If anyone catches the joke. This gets us copyright claimed. I'm gonna be fucking pissed because I was just giving a nod to a Canadian actor that legitimately did that for years in a TV show. I hate explaining my jokes, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway because I know Susan sometimes watches shit.
But yeah, I think uh, I think Samuel Jackson, like I said, he adds to the character, and not just it's because of Samuel Jackson. I mean, I think his character was well written too. They didn't just get a known face. Was he known at the time? 1995. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess he was.
yeah. He was starting to get big. He really didn't start doing his monologuing shit like that. He actually got known for being the guy who monologues. Like he would do these big old fucking spews. And actually, that's actually kind of funny because I think what was the really funny one was when he goes off and the shark eats him, and that's basically the movie. Like he gets known for those spews, basically.
Uh,
Him like losing his shit and going, God damn, blah 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 blah, you know. And, like there's some funny moments. Like I love the fact that like him and Bruce Willis playing off each other is the greatest thing about this movie.
oh yeah, that's like they're like you can't compare them to the guys from Lethal Weapon, but I just can't help but remind what would happen if they were more at each other's throat. Like this would be them if that was that.
Yeah,
That's Lethal Weapon, but angrier and more
yeah.
crazier.
I like I like that he lied about the bomb they found in Chinatown to Harlem to get the guy working on it. Just like this was such an asshole move to him. And like I said, they basically go at each other like quite a lot. They're fun to watch together. I would have loved to just more interactions with those two than actually anything else. And then he actually fucks him over in the end and gives him a fucking gun that he doesn't show him how to properly use it. So he gets a drop on someone and doesn't know how to use the gun.
but this movie is missing one thing.
Mm.
Carl, Carl Winslow.
No, we didn't need Carl. We didn't need Carl for this one. As much as
We need
Carl
Carl.
Linswell's an awesome, I actually would say he's actually a great actor. I'm sad he doesn't get more roles because he was a really good actor. And he actually his emotional stuff was really good. Like it kept you invested. Like it's just weird because Samuel. I've never thought of Samuel L. Jackson as an emotional actor. Um, Carl Linzel, I can't remember the actor's name. I'd have to look it up, but that actor has a great way of emotions. Like he has a range. I find Samuel just plays pissed off black man.
But he does
Like
it
I'm
so
sorry,
well.
I know, but it's just like Jesus fuck. He doesn't. I don't feel like he has the range to do it. But when he plays off other people, he's really good. But he just plays pissed off man the entire time.
The Star Wars
And
prequels had a golden opportunity, and they missed it. That one line they could have
I
just added.
found him.
I'm
I,
tired
I,
of these motherfucking Sith and this motherfucking galaxy.
that movie hadn't come out yet. And the
Yep.
funny thing about that movie, and the funny thing that's about that movie with Samuel Jackson, he was fucking cardboard in that movie. Like he wasn't good in that. Like let's be honest, the prequels. I don't want to diss on the man because I love him and everything else. I like him as a badass. He's a great badass character. He's a great angry character, but I find his emoting thing, not good at all. Bruce Willis can play the range, but Bruce Willis plays a smartass, and he's really good at playing a smartass, and that's every character he got typecast as a smartass for quite a while.
Yeah,
And now let's
that's
get to this. Okay, go ahead.
no. I was just thinking Jurassic Park. He was also a smartass there.
Yeah, yeah, no, Samuel L. Jackson, he really doesn't do anything in Jurassic Park other than die. Like I actually didn't know that was Samuel L. Jackson for years. I'd like look at that and go, who is that actor? Oh yeah, that's Samuel L. Jackson. Holy shit! Because at the time I wasn't paying attention to like I really don't like my youth is usually a haze of a cartoons and anime. I never watched movies that often. When I did, half the time I had a Game Boy in my hand, so I never really did pay attention to any movie.
Game Boy. What's a Game Boy? Our younger audiences are asking.
Yeah, pretty much. I was notorious for having the Game Boy and the bat and the light thing that like gives you light to the Game Boy, so you can sit there playing the video game. Yeah,
I,
I played a lot of games, but yeah, go ahead.
yeah, the Game Boy should have been backlit from the very beginning. I don't know why they didn't bring that until the Game Boy Advance.
Hardware.
Japan got it backlit, but for some reason everyone else didn't.
Hardware. It was literally hardware. It didn't become a hardware issue until later, and then finally backlit. And then, I won't get into the whole. Literally video game lore is like, I can put the video game historian to shame every once in a while. Not always, but I could put that guy to shame here and there. It's break it down to the story, and this is the biggest problem I have with this movie, and this is the reason I have a big issue. Okay, so what'd you think of the story to this movie?
I think a lot of three-parters, especially with standalone movies, okay, it's not a problem. It's per se, it's just an observation. The third movie is usually not connected with the first two, and it's like this one decides, okay, this one is going to be kind of a sequel to the original. While there is and it make it keeps itself relevant into the whole
You see, you're
series
having
by
the
being
same
connected to
problem
the
I have.
first one.
Yeah, you're having the same problem I'm having. This movie didn't fucking need it. It didn't need the brother thing. Didn't need any of that shit. It's the idea of okay, all you had to do was the reason they're fucking with McLean. is because Buddy heard about this guy through XYZ exposition. You didn't even have to have it. You didn't, oh, he's not even my brother. Oh, I didn't give a shit. I was just fucking with him. I picked the, because he's hero cop. He got known for he got known for not only saving planes and the fucking Nakatomi incident. He got known for that. Oh, are you John McClane? Yeah, you're John McClane, the guy that did this, this, and this. It's sort of depressing when you think about it that they actually added that. And then they added some of the backstory. Oh, this woman's presumably dead. Then she shows up 5 seconds later. It's like, well, what the fuck? Why have her dead? Why have this dead character that randomly shows up? It would have been more cooler if they mentioned that, oh, we had a guy, blah, this woman, blah, 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 blah. But then on the far right corner, you fucking have like her appear out of nowhere when he's in danger. Like have him surrounded by cops, and then this female police officer things. It's like get down. She handcuffs him, and then she starts necking with him, and then she fucking shoots a couple cops. There we go. We got ourselves a fucking thing. See, that's the problem with this movie with that one. And then they it's just a lot of stupid shit. Like there's some cool moments in it, but that's what bugs me. The storyline is flat. And then that ending is awful. I hate that ending. Especially when we found out about the secret ending. I'm sorry, but the other ending was way better. Like, go ahead.
Well, I would say the ending they went with, they probably felt was more exciting, and the movie needed to end it on a more fun note. I mean, the alternate ending is him just sitting and talking to the bad guy.
Yeah, but that's ready. Great. That's great. That's a great ending. That's a great ending. I'm sorry, I disagree with you. Everything ties together. It ties it into a perfect fucking bow. It ties it into a perfect bow, if you think about it. If you really think about it, they ended after the ship explodes. Cut to 6 months later. And he's like, well, I got this done. And like he explains how he finds him. How it's actually the aspirin that fucks him over. Like all this shit. Oh, yeah, this guy did this guy did that. And all this stuff at the end. And then he fucking kills him in the end. That's an amazing ending. That is an amazing ending. That is such a good ending. I like that ending better than I like the ending we got. And I think a lot of people see that's my way of looking at it, man. I think a lot of people don't see it as what it was. Okay, if it okay, I want you to picture in your head the other ending doesn't matter. They don't go and do that whole thing where they're talking about, oh yeah, we got the bus to blah 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 and all that bullshit. Oh, they have the guys all laughing away, like, because that's a big lead on to Die Hard 2, and I wish they hadn't done that. I wish they had stayed away from Die Hard 2 and just kind of kept it a little bit separate. I just had that cut after that big boat explosion. Had it cut to 6 months later. And then that scene kicks off. Do you think that would have been a good high note? You think that would have been a good note to leave off on? Like, take the whole helicopter stupidity out. Just take that scene where after the explosion from the boat, and then put that in. Do you think that would have been a better scene? A better ending?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm fine with the movie the way it is. I'm not picky about it like you are. So.
No. I'm not being picky. Well, yeah, I guess I am being picky, but I'm being honest with that. I think that was a better ending. And then the other issue with Die Hard, and this is my biggest issue as we move on to the series as a whole. The sequel, the other movies after the fact.
Oh no, we don't talk about those pieces of shit.
No. But that's where you see the preem. You see that as like, oh yeah, all three of these movies are perfect. I see this as being the last movie where you're like, wow, this was actually an interesting. This was an interesting action series that just went. So where you see it as like the top of the mountain. I see it as the off the cliff. I see the waterfall, man. So that's kind of my problem with this. So that's my big issue with Die Hard Vengeance. There's so many problems, and it's like, fuck. There's certain scenes that didn't need to be in it. Like, as much as I like that Indian guy that's in a lot of stuff, I don't think they needed that scene where the kids are like, "Hey, we're up here. We got to go back up here to deal with this."
I think, well, the '80s is actually not is actually well for me at
90s.
least. Well,
Wasn't this in the 90s?
it is in the, it is in the '90s actually. But it feels like an '80s movie. You know,
Yeah, I agree
it does.
there. I agree there. It does
But
feel like the 80s, but
like I was saying, they were not good at drawing. No, they weren't good at writing children characters. You know, they always needed to be saved, or they're always there to exclaim things out
mhm.
of excitement, like "Wow, awesome!" It's like they really didn't know how to
No,
write for
well,
kids, how to write children
the
characters.
kids. Well, no, they did. There were sometimes kids were there were good kid characters. I'm not let's not deny it. It was the
There,
actors that were the problem. No,
no, but
but
there were
that
very
entire
few.
scene, yeah, that entire scene where they are running around trying to save the kids.
I mean, you remember the
That
cartoon Mask, right?
yes.
And there was that kid in the show who always needed to be saved. That little shit that just couldn't not couldn't stay out of trouble, and always derailed from the fun.
Yeah,
That kid was common in
they
those
had
days.
yeah, they had Scarf Girl and Tiger and Bunny and other stuff. What I'm saying is that we needed a animu. I'm sorry, we don't need an animu like that. We don't need to kind of judge that. What I'm saying is that the kid characters didn't matter. That scene where Buddy, the one guy sitting there with the bomb, and the kids, hey, what's going on? We're playing cards up here like morons. It's like, why are you fucking there? Like, that's the problem with this movie. There are scenes that don't fucking matter, and you didn't need the gravity of that. You need the kids running, and he's like, "Well, I'm not going. If this blows up, this could, it doesn't matter. The damage, the people could still die. I'm going to stay here and try to do this." And he starts fucking with it, and it goes all, and it does that thing. Yeah, that could have still happened. Then the explosion on the boat. Like I said, there's so many things. I could pick this movie apart, which I don't like. And that's the problem with the Die Hard. Die Hard 1, I can't pick that movie apart. It's damn near perfect. Die Hard 2 is so over the top. It's awesome. It's just cheese as fuck. Die Hard 3 feels like, something happened to it. Like it just feels like they're shifting it too far. And the only real good thing is the acting of both Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. They are amazing actors. And, you know, I think there was more gravity with the Simon character if they would have actually had that ending. I'm sorry, that ending made this movie drop by like fucking eight by like 4 pips for me. 4 to 8 pips. So what are you gonna give Die Hard? Die Hard 3, the last of the series.
I'm gonna give this one an 8.
I'm gonna give it because it loses a lot of points due to the fact that it has a lot of problems. There's just some things. It's a 7.3 for me.
Should they make a director's cut or an alternate cut?
Um,
If they can make it better, I say go for it.
I
That
would say
applies to
go.
anything.
No, no. I don't agree with that. I actually don't agree. I believe leave the movie as is. They've done it that way. You might as well just leave it. I'm not a fan of changing movies as a whole. I'm always a fan of like because like I'm a minority on this one. I know everyone loves Die Hard. This is a 2 and 3 are usually the left behind. Everyone loves one. That's an equal one. And then there's some people that like 2 and some people that like 3. Some people that don't like 2, some people like 3 more. So in my opinion, just leave it as is. But what was and what could have been, I just think, As a whole, should they continue the Die Hard series? Oh, fuck
No,
no,
no.
no,
Two attempts, they
no,
screwed up.
no. We don't need any more Die Hard movies. They never need. We okay. What the fuck can you do to fucking poor? See, that's the thing about John McClane. That's the other reason I like John McClane's the end of the movie of Die Hard 3, the alternate ending. It wraps everything up. Is because you find out that John McClane's with his wife and kids. Everything's fine with him. He brought his life back together, even though he got fired as a cop. He's no longer a New York police officer. That
Yeah.
also didn't make sense. That also didn't make sense because he joined the LAPD. And
Good
Die
point.
Hard 2, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So why is he back in New York being an LA cop?
New York's his home, I think.
No, he moved to LA. In the second movie, he moved to LA.
I
I'm an
thought he was just
LAPD.
visiting.
No, you hear him say LAPD multiple times.
Oh yeah, that's right. My mind was elsewhere. Dude,
I'm telling you,
I've
man.
had all nighters for the past 3 nights.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Die Hard 3 has so many fucking plot holes. This is why I don't. This is why it's getting a 7.5 on my radar. As much as I love the movies, it's truly sad. I think we gotta. I think we got a little bit of shit in our Sunday, man.
I didn't think we started getting that shit until after Die Hard 3.
I guess someone used some stale what's it called, chocolate syrup or something like that,
Do you
or
like
someone or
do you like marshmallows on your in your sundae?
no.
Okay, but would you be mad if it was in there? Like, would you?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't care one way or another.
Okay,
No,
someone
I
put
think it's
marshmallows
like
on there.
maybe I don't know, someone put something in there I didn't like the taste of it. No, sir, I did not like it. Not awful. Again, good movie for what it is. Like I said, it's still getting a 7 at a 7.5. But yeah, fuck. That sucks because I like the Die Hard movies, and to this day I'll always be in the back of my head. Fuck, we had a good movie, we had a good franchise, and after this point, oof. But that's our review of Die Hard. Thank you so much. Next we're going to be probably doing some light stuff. Like we're going to be probably doing a couple. I don't know if we're still going to do the watch one anime and do the commentary of an anime episode commentary. Like watch first episode anime, and then
Maybe.
we're
I don't know. Well, we got to do the sitcom reaction.
yeah, we got our sitcom conversations where we're going to be talking about sitcoms coming up. It's going to be a couple light things, and then we're going to go back to doing some movies and some actual TV shows. Uh, we're going to be doing probably the first thing I think we were going to do was a Married with Children
Yes.
thing, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we were going to talk about Married with Children. And Shanigan has a podcast that he likes to do on occasion, so check out his channel, Gumtree. Everyone have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I hope everyone has a good one. Remember to like, sub, and subscribe, and remember, there's people out there, man. And if you got something you got your dishes you got to do, you always got a good podcast when it comes to Orc War Chief reviews. Have yourselves a very good one, guys, and talk to you later.